And it's the summertime. At least summer is upon us. And don't worry about why I got on this hoodie. Mind your business. The mornings are still kind of chilly out here. Okay. What up, Search fam? Sade here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sade. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life. And the summer is upon us, so we're going to talk about the books that I want to read this summer. Now, whether it's your first time coming across my little corner of the internet, or you keep coming back and have not hit the subscribe button, let me invite you to do so. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Be made aware of every time I post, which is usually on the weekends. All right, my friends. So, I said I was going to do less reading. Have I done that? No, not really. I think in comparison to where I was at around summer last year, I think I have read a few less books. But we're also going to talk about the books that I'd like to read in the summer. So the book list, I tried to make it smaller so that maybe I'll get to all of them. We'll see how it goes. Child, I don't know. All right. So firstly, I'm finally going to start reading Lilith's Brood, which is the Dawn Adult Rights and Imago books. I have started Dawn a number of times. Like I got through almost the first 40 pages and I keep putting it down, but I'm gonna try it again. And maybe I think I'm gonna do the first book as the audiobook, see how I do with it, whether I'm able to keep with it. And it's not even that it wasn't interesting. I just don't think it has been the right time. But for those of you who have never heard of the Lilith's Brood series, this is about Lilith, who gets abducted by aliens and becomes the hope for a new breed of hybrid human aliens because humans have destroyed themselves on Earth. And so she wakes up on a spaceship and she's freaking out. So we get to see, like, what does it look like when aliens try to save us from ourselves, but also talks about consent and bodily autonomy and all of the things, and like who is responsible when humans destroy themselves. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Y'all have heard me talk about this already, so I'm not going to belabor it, but I will be finishing Another Country by James Baldwin. And I'm doing this partially as the audiobook, but I also have the digital book on my Kindle that I've been getting through. And it's just been a little bit of a slow read for me. I'm also planning to get through Black Aliveness and the Poetics of Being by Quashie, and I really enjoy Quashie's writings. The Sovereignty of Quiet is one of my favorite books that I read from last year. And so this is about imagining a Black world in which one encounters Black being as it is rather than only as it exists in the shadow of anti-Black violence. As such, Quashie makes a case for Black aliveness even in the face of the persistence of death in Black life and Black study. Centrally, Quashie theorizes aliveness through the aesthetics of poetry, reading poetic inhabitances in Black feminist literary texts by Lucille Clifton, Audre Lorde, June Jordan, Toni Morrison, and Eve Shockley, among others, showing how their philosophical and creative thinking constitutes world-making. This world-making conceptualizes Blackness as capacious, relational, beyond the normative terms of recognition, Blackness as a condition of oneness. Reading for poetic aliveness then becomes a means of exploring Black being rather than non-being, and animates the ethical question, how to be. In this way, Quashie offers a Black feminist philosophy of being, which is nothing less than a philosophy of the becoming of the Black world. I have always been, since I got it, excited to read this. And again, I've started it, but I want to try to finish and get through it over the summer while I'm doing research. I also am going to read Give Me a Reason by Jayci, and I picked this up off Vibes from Moncua, which is a romance bookstore here in Detroit. And so this is a modern retelling of Jane Austen's Persuasion through like a K-drama trope. So for 10 years, Anne Lee told herself that Frederick Nam was her past. To save her father from bankruptcy, she dropped out of UC San Diego to pursue an acting career in Korea. Anne had to stop Frederick from following her and ruining his future. Breaking up with him was the best way she could love him. After Anne left him, Frederick spent years loving her, missing her, and hating her until he decided to live his life for himself. He followed his dream and became a firefighter in Culver City. He didn't need romance. He had his work and his friends. When she returns to Los Angeles, Anne finds out that she and Frederick are in the same wedding. She has her cousin's bridesmaids, and he is his friend's groomsmen. Even though Frederick is cold and distant with her, Anne can no longer deny that she never got over him, not even close. As for Frederick, needing to take care of Anne is a habit he can't seem to kick, but it doesn't mean that he has to forgive her. So that'll be super cute. I am also planning to read Honey by Imani Thompson, which is a new release that's about a PhD student who becomes a murderer. I'll report back at the end of the month. Okay, great. Good talk. I also am planning to read Misconnection by Tia Williams, which comes out this month. And this is about a ad exec or something who is on a flight, meets this guy. They really connect. And when she gets off, they don't like exchange information. And she really regrets this. And so she goes in search of him and gets everybody around her involved. Not because she wants them to be, but because they're nosy. And they're like, we're going to help. And it's like becomes this really big thing. So that sounds like it's going to be a great time. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do like the physical copy, like maybe get it from the library, or if I'm going to do the audio book because I do have credits on Libro FM that I need to use. We'll see. And then lastly, I'm thinking, because I told y'all that I was in a mood for like horror and like Southern Gothic. Things are sort of tickling my fancy. So I think I'm going to read House of Hunger, which is a Black vampire book that also deals with issues like class and power. So I started it, but I don't think it was the right time for me to read it. And sometimes the things is just you're just not doing it yet. That don't mean you can't do it. You can just go back and try again later. So that's what we're going to do. And I think that is all I'm going to try to do over the summer because, child, I'm going to be working and I'm going to be teaching because I'm working summer school. So y'all pray my strength in Black Jesus. And let me know what y'all reading this summer. Are you looking forward to anything new that's coming out? Let me know downstairs. And as always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend about the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.